Man, we're privileged to sit into this. I don't know if this is newly renovated. I don't know what you did in here, Coach, but it looks phenomenal here at the field house at Sandrock. What do we got going on in this room before we get started, Coach?
Well, we got the kind of trophy case behind us and all that, all our stuff we've done in the past years, and all our, we got some photos up here, state championship teams and stuff, and all that kinds of stuff. Just everything we've accomplished in the Sandrock history.
Dude, it's really nice in here for those who haven't seen it. Now, I don't know how many people you let in your field house, Coach, but anybody in and around that you trust enough to come in your field house, this would be something to see in this room right here. It looks like you guys can get some coaching work done as a unit in here as well. Right. Coach, let's dive into it. I know last week you had a game. You guys, I'm sure, Coach, when you got done with the game, you guys probably a little frustrated. But I always like to hear your perspective on the game, Coach. So just take us back to last Friday and how it all transpired.
Yeah, we played a really good North Sand Mountain team, big and physical, and they executed throughout the game, and we didn't. It goes back to just getting lined up. Several plays. If we just been lined up right, we could execute it, but we didn't really set ourselves up to execute. And I feel like we've had a really good week of execution. So we look forward to Friday.
Coach, people in and around the state don't understand how good this North Sand team you just played is. I got to looking through their record and their points scored and differential and stuff. They've outscored our opponents 100 and something to like less than 20, I believe, on the season. It's a really good football team y'all played. Talk about that, first of all, and second of all, how it's going to help you guys moving forward having played a team like that.
Yeah, they're a really good football team, and we've played some really good football teams so far this season. And hopefully, by mid-season, we're hitting the stride where we need to be, and we get a win Friday, really get our season back on track where we need to go going forward. But we play really good football teams in North Sand. They've done several really good things, and they're big up front, and they got 2 or 3 weapons. You can't just take one guy away. They got 2 or 3 guys who can make plays happen. So they're really balanced, and they run to the football, and they tackle well, and they're coached well, and they do all the things you have to do to have a successful football season. So I think they're going to make some noise.
What was your message to the guys after the game? Because the bigger picture is still in front of you. Playoffs, the region, you just got to get, like you said, get this thing back on track. What was your message to the guys immediately following?
Yeah, that was pretty much the message of we have everything in front of us that we want to do, and it starts by continue. We got to continue to come in every day, and we got to continue to execute, and it goes back to us. We're not really where we need to be yet, and just from an execution standpoint we still got a long way to go. And I think these guys have done a really good job this week, and we'll see Friday where we're at, and then we'll come in next week and we'll make adjustments and we'll get ready again. And that's kind of just what we've done so far. And throughout the game, we've seen some really good stuff, that there's promise there, and then there's 2 or 3 plays where what are we doing?
Yeah.
And we just can't put it together for all 4 quarters yet, and that's what you see sometimes with a young team who ain't done it. Whether they get tired of play and they take a play off or whatever the case is, we got to have all 4 quarters, and we got to be able to execute when there's plays to be made. We got to execute.
Coach, the other portion is you got a young team, and you're breaking in a new staff. Mm-hmm. You put all that in the pot. That's hard on the staff. It's hard on kids. Talk about that, how this is not I know we live in what I call a TikTok/microwave society where everybody thinks you hit a button and everything's supposed to be fixed. It's not always like that. They're getting comfortable with you, you're getting comfortable with them. Talk about that a little bit, how that's not easy.
Well, that's what people don't see, everything that goes in from Sunday to, even Friday to 6 o'clock, all the work that's put in throughout the week. They see 7 to 9. And that's what we're judged on. It is what it is. So these guys are really working hard. They come in Sunday and work out and get some tape in and all that. They continue to work hard all the way throughout the week. So, I think if we continue to improve throughout the week and we continue to work hard, good things are going to happen, even this year. So that's the message to the team. Just continue to work hard, and we just got to be disciplined and do all the small things, give ourselves a chance to execute better throughout the game.
Coach, you got Section coming in. Those who know anything about Section, they're in that, Trinity's area up there, Phi, Sylvania, they're right there. Like if you drew up a triangle, they're right there in that area. They got good players. That's another school up there that's been playing football for a lot of years. What have you seen from them on film and breaking them down and getting ready for this week?
Right. They play hard. That's the main thing. That goes back to just their coaching staff. They got a really good coaching staff, Coach Edwards and Coach Dutton. They coached me in high school, so I know what they're going to do, and they're going to have them guys playing hard every snap. That's what you see on tape. And they got 2 or 3 athletes who can play, and they're going to get hats to the football, and they're going to tackle, and we just got to be ready for them, and we got to come out first play of the game with that intensity, and we got to be able to carry it all 4 quarters to give ourselves a chance.
What do you think it is nowadays? And this is not throwing off on youth or anything like that. What do you think it is this day? It's a totally different dynamic coaching players today than just even 10 or 15 years ago. What do you think it is that's kind of changed a little bit? It's harder to keep people's attention, so to speak.
I don't know what it is. Some of it may be just don't watch football as a whole, and you don't really understand the game as much as maybe 10, 15 years ago. And so I think some of that has to do with it, and some of it just attention span, where everybody's on their phone all day, and it's hard to get them to do something more than just for a couple seconds, and I don't really know what the answer is. Somebody else may know, but we just gotta continue to work on what we can control, and we can control these guys, whether we're in the film room, weight room, practice field. We just gotta continue to improve on these guys and really get them going in the right direction. And we really harp on all the small details, whether it's what your locker looks like or in the weight room. You have to make sure everything's put up where it goes, and if we're continue to really execute on the small details throughout the week, then I think we're going to execute better on Friday night.
Coach, and you got them here. How important is that for the community to continue showing up, continue putting in, doing their part to help these guys turn this thing around?
Yeah, we've had really good people at the games, all 3 home games so far. They're really showing up, and they're excited. They're getting more and more excited each week, because I think they see the promise, what it's going to look like, what the future is going to look like. So I think they're excited, kind of where we're at. But the wins on Friday night haven't came yet, and that's the tough part. That we do all this work throughout the week, and these guys ain't seen the wins yet. So that's the tough part in it. But our focus has to be, we have to win Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to have a chance to win Friday, and we ain't done that consistently throughout the week yet to be able to win on Friday. So we got to continue to do a better job and continue to execute and continue to do the small things that we have to do that we can control. And that's what we can control. We can control everything we do throughout the week, whether it's locker or whatever the case is, or weight room or film room, and just you come in every day with that attention detail. If we continue to do that, then good things are going to eventually happen. And it's tough in present time where you're not seeing the wins, but if we continue to bring it every day, good things are going to happen.
That's right. You got to continue on the head to the grindstone, so to speak. Coach, before I shut these videos down, I always like to kick it back to you. It could be anything program related. Yeah,
it's homecoming. We got a parade, and we got several things going on tonight. I think the parade starts at 5:45, so come out tonight and see the guys and be a part of a really great community. And tomorrow night, as we host section at 7 o'clock, and homecoming queen and all that will be at halftime. It won't be nothing pregame, so it'll just be normal type pregame for us, which is good. In homecoming week, there's always a lot of distractions. I think the guys so far this week, they've handled everything that we need them to handle, and so we got another chance tomorrow. That's all you can ask for, is another chance to go out and compete and continue to improve and continue to execute. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we're fired up, ready to go tomorrow, and ready to make plays.
Homecoming, Coach, I forgot to mention that. This is so easy to get distracted on homecoming. You see it every year. A team that quote-unquote should win or is favored to win, quote-unquote, will have homecoming and lose because of the distraction. Talk about, before we shut the video in, they got to dial it in. I mean, we want to have fun. Kids have fun and all that. But the main thing is you'd rather enjoy your homecoming with a win than a loss.
And that's the main. That's why I've told the guys all week. The main thing's the main thing, and the main thing is Friday night 7 o'clock. We got to handle our business, and But at the same time, you still want to enjoy everything that goes into it. But your focus still has to be on the game. And every year, like you said, everywhere I've been, and you see it every year. Somebody gets hurt,
100%.
and somebody jumps off a trailer, and either breaks an ankle or they do something crazy, or somebody throws some candy and hits somebody in the eye or hits somebody in the car, and they're in whatever type of trouble.
That's
So
right.
it's something every year, and I've told these guys you cannot do it, and you got to be. It goes back to you got to execute.
That's right.
That goes back to execution.
That's part of execution too.
And it goes back to we got to be able to execute, and it starts tonight. If we can handle our business tonight, and then that gives we'll have a chance to go out and win tomorrow.
Coach, appreciate you sitting in with us as always. Thank you, and good luck to you guys on homecoming.
Thank you.